So I saw a comment in one of my videos that said this: why do you still invest into these projects you know will fail? I've come to realize there's a game being played. Whether you know it or not, or whether you want to believe it or not, there is a game being played. And if you don't educate yourself on this game, you are guaranteed to lose by default. But before I educate you guys on this game, I'm going to go withdraw from C12 Pool, and then I'm going to come back and enlighten you guys. You don't want to miss this video, so stay tuned. Alright, so I am logged in here at C12 Pool. I'm going to do my withdraw and just take out the profits. We have 819. Let's just withdraw this amount. Let's see what's up. Let's go to the back end, click withdraw. Alright, so as you can see here, C12 Pool, 244. So you know what, let me just take my profits out. That's what I came here for. I'll deal with those other ones in a bit. So let's do 244, 8, and request, and we're gonna confirm. Alright, so that one is done. Bitcoin 562, I'll take that out. I think I'll just put that in our PAM account. There's a couple of opportunities I'm eyeing. I'm gonna put some money in there, in those ones. I'll let you guys know which ones those are. I think they are, looks interesting. One of them is even a Christian based one. I found very interesting. Alright, so $11.99. Let's go to our wallet and coupon. Now as you can see, how much do I have? 80 cents. Let's refresh and see how much we have now. Okay, so at least the tether came in, so you can see 245. Bitcoin usually takes a little bit of time, so that's fine. So we'll wait for that. And let's take this out and see if it's going to come into our wallet, just because it's the same as my tether. So I am not sure. Let's request and confirm. Let's go back to the wallet. So 245. Let's see if the Tron came in. Boom, it did. So the Tron came in and used the exact same address. So I guess that's cool. All right, so it's pretty cool. I am very, very motivated. I think I might restake again after this round. Just keep putting the 1,000 over and over and over and see what happens. But I'm just taking it and putting it into other things. If I can get back, my goal is 5,000. At least if I get back 5,000, wait, 6,500. Yeah, 6,500. That's stuck in Overtech. Then I will have that money, and I'm gonna put it into other platforms and into my own trading, so I can slowly grow it. All right, so let's get back into the video. So I've come to understand a great mystery and an unfortunate secret that immediately puts us all at a great disadvantage from day one, since we are born into this wealth game. Yes, it is a game, and if you don't know how to play this game, you will fail. In this video, I'm going to share with you a very unfortunate reality as to why many of us cannot be rich, and what you can do today to start changing that reality. However, I got to make this disclaimer first. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, nor your financial advisor. Information on my channel is for information purposes only, and it's not a solicitation to invest or participate in any business or investment scheme. If you decide to, please do your own due diligence. Understand that trading and investing in DeFi projects is highly susceptible to loss, and you should seek advice before risking any of your own capital. We are all looking for a way to gain financial freedom, to get out of the rat race, and to secure a future full of happiness, abundance, and freedom. Why is it so hard to get ahead? I mean, why is it so hard for the average person to earn their first $1 million? Heck, even their first $100,000. Why does it seem like a far-fetched dream that can barely be achieved by the masses? Is there a secret? Are there things hidden from us that keeps us where we are? I mean, after all, the world's average income per person is sitting at around $9,700. That's not a lot, and in many developed countries, that wouldn't even be enough just to make ends meet. The sad truth is that there is a secret. The lack of knowledge and the application of it, which I call wisdom, is the number one reason why many of us cannot succeed. And unless you crack the code, well, let's just say that nothing's going to happen. There's a lot to uncover in this topic, but unfortunately, I won't be able to share everything in this one video. So let me share some facts with you, a few of my outlooks, and also a few of my personal opinions. Mr. Wealth Answer here, and thank you for stopping by my channel. On this channel, I like to talk about personal finance, wealth building, investments, and much more. If you like the content, please subscribe and like this video to help support my channel and for the YouTube algorithm. Over the last century, we've faced many recessions, wars, financial crisis, pandemics, and more. And it seems like as time goes on, life for the average person gets harder and harder, pushing many into the poverty line while others struggle just to make ends meet. We are told to go to school, secure a job, settle down, raise a family, save our money, and retire with a government pension that will help provide for our cost of living until we pass away. Unfortunately, this model has proven to be unreliable, unsustainable, and not secure. The baby boomer generation had this sold to them, and it worked well for them because during that time, we entered into the Industrial Revolution era and a new world structure. The US dollar became the world reserve currency, new empires emerged, innovation and technology started to really advance, and those who were able to adjust, innovate, and enter the manufacturing era really excelled and helped shape the world we live in today. People such as Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie, James Watt, Alexander Graham Bell, and many others. This period helped shift our societies from an agrarian economy to a manufacturing economy where products were no longer made solely based on hands or only by hands, but by machines and in large quantities. This led to increased efficiency, lower prices, more goods, improved wages, and the migration from rural areas to urban centers. Many left their homeland to come to places such as America, Canada, and Europe in order to find a better life for themselves and for their family. Now fast forward today. The model that propelled that generation to greater prosperity and wealth simply doesn't work anymore. The impact of education is not the same. That generation, also known as the baby boomers, are now starting to retire, leaving huge vacancies across all industries for skilled laborers. Many are cashing in their pensions, starting to realize that with the rising cost of living and inflation, what they were promised is not living up to the hype. The income being received in their retirement, for many of them, is just simply not enough. Now, there's so much more I want to say about this topic, and maybe I will do another video about it, but I just wanted to share this with you because we forget that not too long ago, life was not how it is today. And if we don't know our history, how can we understand our present and shape our future? Now, some of the things I'm going to say, some might consider it a conspiracy theory, but it's actually not. There is an elite of wealthy families, individuals, organizations who control a lot of the global businesses, own a lot of the wealth, and have unimaginable amounts of power and influence. You and I would never know the depths of their wealth, influence, and power. They quietly call the shots, and the main agenda is to usher in the New World Order. Again, all this is in the Bible, so we shouldn't be surprised. And that's the only thing I'm going to say about that. Now, I bring this up because the financial system of this world was not set up for the average person to succeed and become wealthy. It was created to sustain itself and allow those born into wealth to become wealthier, and for those with uncommon knowledge and ancient wisdom to get ahead. Not saying you cannot become rich or wealthy as an average person. What I'm saying is that unless the average person wakes up, they're never going to get there. It wasn't designed for the average person to obtain riches and for them to live the life of their dreams. For the sake of this video, I want to share a few historic facts with you and then tell you why the comment that this subscriber made, in my opinion, is irrelevant. Look, in 2008, there was a global financial crisis that resulted in millions of people losing their homes, jobs, livelihoods, and their wealth. A group of bankers packaged a really bad product and sold it as a top-of-the-line security to investors, companies, and organizations all over the world. And remember, these are licensed and regulated entities. The end result was the default of these securities and the impact of many economies and families in the United States and around the world. It was actually pretty catastrophic. Even with regulation, this still happened. Not even to talk about, let's say, the Great Depression or the dot-com bubble or other periods of recession, which included bailouts and other quantitative easing by global governments, the CEOs, executives, and banks. And guess who's suffering for all of that? Yes, you guessed it. You and I. Inflation is the accumulation of artificial demand accumulated over time. Recessions, by the way, are not normal, guys. Anytime an economy overprints fiat currency out of thin air, overspends, and doesn't back it up with value by either, let's say, gold or through the production of an economy, we see bubbles and recessions occur. What I'm trying to say, guys, is the conventional way we've been taught on how money works, what we should do with money, isn't designed to get you rich, but to help you stay afloat and to keep the system running. Buying RSPs and 401ks is not the path to wealth. If it was, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and Elon Musk would be the top of the list for top contributors in those type of asset classes. But they're not. They actually are doing something much different instead. Something that the majority of people don't have the means to, they don't even have the knowledge about it. And in a few minutes, I'm going to show you what it is and how you can also take part in it so you can change your destiny. Now, crypto and decentralized projects are paving the way for the average person to change their financial future. Because of that, there will be a fight on both sides. First comes the thieves, imposters, and those full of deception that lie and steal people's hard-earned money. But at the same time, the same can be said with the people on Wall Street. I mean, they've been doing it for centuries. So to me, either way, we have thieves. We just have to find a way to locate patterns, red flags, and also pray. Next, we have the management of the project. Being able to manage it well and keep it away from collapsing and things coming up is also the next hurdle, especially in this DeFi space. After that, we have to now battle regulators who, in their pursuit to help protect investors, eliminate the opportunity for the average person to invest in reputable opportunities. I personally know of many opportunities that are not available in Canada. We are not able to participate simply because of Canadian regulations and a company's unwillingness to work with Canada. These projects exist, but only for a certain class of investors. One of those classes of investors are called accredited investors. So for those of you that are watching, accredited investors are individuals or entities that meet certain financial requirements and are able to invest in such schemes and also buy up securities and join opportunities that are not generally available to the general public. The SEC defines accredited investors as those who have a net worth of at least $1 million, excluding their primary residence, or an income of at least $200,000 for the past 2 years. Or if it's a married couple, $300,000 for both couples, so the husband and the wife, whom when they file together give a total of $300K. And on top of that, the incomes earned must continue for that current year. Now, there are different types of accredited investors. This will include high net worth individuals, high income individuals, banks, insurance companies, and registered investment companies, employee benefit plans, business development companies, trusts, estates, and charitable organizations and family offices. Now, they each have their own qualification and criteria. I'm not going to go through it in this video, but I just wanted to share that fact with you. But they do have qualifications financially that they have to meet in order to qualify. So why do I share all this? What I wanted you to get from this is that there's a class of investors that have privy to valuable information and access to exclusive projects that the public doesn't have access to. These projects earn substantial amounts of money and returns and also provide equity to assets and wealth. However, there are exceptions, and as a fund manager, you can probably structure your entity to meet those exceptions and allow the public to invest, but it must be done in a certain way. However, it's highly rigorous, extremely expensive, and makes it hard to stay compliant and to uphold regulations. The regulation costs alone eat up a lot of the overall profitability and returns. In other words, guys, you can't have your cake and eat it too. We cannot ask for regulation and compliance because in doing so, it will continue to allow the rich to get richer and denies the access to the average person and investor an opportunity to be able to participate in these type of projects. So there is a fight against crypto as we speak. I believe one day one of these crypto projects will break through the barrier of the space and will allow the average person to accumulate their wealth in a very legitimate and transparent way. And I want to be amongst those who catch it from the beginning. And to be honest with you, I think some already have, but they are very private and they're not public. A lot of us will probably never hear about it. That's probably why they're successful. No one is going to build my wealth for me, guys. It's solely in my hands. I invest into these projects because I want a better understanding of the space to identify what works and what doesn't, the behind the scenes of it all, and how to really make money. Once I discover this, I'll share it with you guys so that you guys can also use this knowledge to build your own wealth portfolio. The name of the game to building wealth in this system is to purchase assets. All I'm saying is that this system is not meant for you to be wealthy. It's designed for those making money to make more, and in times of great despair and recessions, for those that have money to keep getting more because they have the capacity and means to simply buy up more assets at much lower prices, including companies, real estate, and even human labor, which disguises itself as layoffs. To sum it all up, a quote I got from Cody Sanchez. She says, "The richer you are, the more equity you have. The richer you are, the more ownership you have. The more ownership you have of assets, the more you own your own country." And I will also add that the more ownership and power you have over your country, the more power and ownership you have over the people. Now, I'm not saying investing in DeFi projects is the answer or should be your solution. All I'm saying is the system you're playing in is not designed for you and I to win over those at the top. If you don't fight for your wealth and your financial freedom, no one else will. It's time to be open-minded, take risks, start something different, whether it's an investment, a business, acquiring a new skill, or investing into these projects. Find what makes you tick and go get what is yours. Acquire adequate knowledge, get educated, build your belief system daily. Yes, you can do it and you deserve it too. Go out there and fight for your wealth. That power is only given to you and no one else is going to step in and do it for you. Again, if you like the content, please subscribe, hit that like button, and join our private wealth mastermind group today. We are fighting for our wealth. We're also sharing what we know. We're getting educated and we're taking massive action. Your financial dreams are not too far from you. If only you can believe, you will achieve. Thank you guys for watching this video. To your prosperity and unlimited success, this is Mr. Wealth Answer signing off. I'm out.